Hey YouTube. So I'm here in my office for more of a office session rather than a running session. I've been since about Wednesday. I had about 36, 38 miles in this week, and I felt a tweak in my hip. Probably just because I put all my miles in at the beginning of the week. So I'll have to adjust. Um, I think there's two things I can do to stop injuries. One is stop trying as hard, and two is to stretch more. So we're gonna have to just stretch more and see if that helps. But while we're in the office, I can actually show you the book. This is what I've been going off of for the training schedules. So this is written by Arthur Lydiard. His first version was in 1962, and this is the second edition. Just has all the same workouts, but it's from 1967. But this is what Tom the postman gave me, and luckily enough for me, even though I had a pulled muscle, there's just one page dedicated entirely to telling you exactly what to do when you pull a muscle. So I wrote down the steps over here, but number one is to stop the run and just run your injury over cold water. So I used a little block of ice a day later than I was supposed to, but I was running on it more than I should have after I injured it too. I thought maybe it would just go away if I left it, but I didn't catch it right away, so it was a day delayed. But step one, put it under something cold. Don't massage it or heat it at all, or you're just going to move the blood around it and it's going to make it more inflamed. You want to cool it off and get it as condensed and the blood nice and congealed as possible around it. And no massage or heat. Then you have to wait for 3 days, 3 to 4 days, and you do rest mostly, and maybe some light walking. But then after that, you can start to run on flat surfaces. Try and run on the grass so it is softer, less impact, and then you can do light massages 3 to 4 days after the initial incident. And then gradually you should be able to work your way up. After probably no earlier than 10 days, you can get right back to where you were originally. So I'm about 4 days into my injury. I iced it a day late, and I'll let you know how it ends up doing. I'm gonna have to stretch a lot more, and I have a nice foam roller so I can massage. I'm usually prone to IT band injuries, but now you know how to heal from a torn muscle, a lightly torn muscle, according to Arthur Lydiard. And now you get a good look at the book as well. So I'll follow up with you later, let you know how my injury's been recovering. I've still been running just really lightly, 1.5 to 2 miles every day. I'll probably only get 40 miles in this week rather than 60, which I was planning on. So that's a little setback, but we'll come back. I'm not too worried because, I'm just trying to get better, That's all I can ask. But I'll follow up with you later on how my leg heals. Hopefully the steps that he prescribes works well. Hasn't been doing too bad for me yet, but we'll see. And we're back. It's been 12 days since my initial muscle pull, but I've got extremely good news. Yesterday I went for a 6-mile run, what used to be my weekly minimum, but I was able to do 6 miles perfectly fine. I had a small hint that there was a little pain in my hip, like for maybe 10 seconds in mile 5, but nothing sharp, nothing really painful at all. It's just, those 10 seconds, I was like, I just noticed it, and that was it. But I think as long as I don't overdo the training, I'll be able to kind of resume at like 10% mileage increase a week, and it'll be gone for good. I've been stretching a lot more consistently, and that's been helping a lot, and also just not running as much. I think Resting overall, you can't go wrong with that when you're injured. But I've been making sure to run at least 3 to 4 miles a day. A couple days I did 1.5 or 2 if I was, really tired from walking all day at the post office. But just making sure that your body remembers that there's something there to heal. So going out and getting a couple miles in until you can feel it, and then I would even run beyond that a little bit, and then it usually goes away for me. After mile 2, it's usually a pretty smooth run. But yeah, make sure to take those beginning 3 rest days, ice it right at the beginning, right when it gets injured, and then you should be good to build off of, a mile first day, 1.5 miles the next day, and then kind of work your way back up to wherever you were at before. But ice 3 rest days, then you can light massage and you're good to go. That's what worked for me. I guess the book has a lot of years of experience of running and injuries in it, and so even though it's 60 years old, it's got a lot of working truth to it. So I'm happy I'm back to running pretty much like normal again. So have a great day, everyone. I'm glad this worked.